Tonight we're gonna play another round of the Stanley Parable, the Ultimate Deluxe version. And currently I'm asking myself why the game is asking me again. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. I don't know. I already did this like 2 days ago. So I'm going to confirm. Maybe it's just part of the game again, like the same with choose your favorite time. Please adjust the slider until the dog and the cat are... Okay, that's something new. That's until the cat and the dog and the cat are friends. Is this even possible? Oh, there's even a heart. Mwah. That's the best slider I've ever seen. Lots of hearts. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. Okay, 5, smiley face, documents, okay, a flag, 9. Are we talking about this 9? Container, symbol, airplane, computer, bell, or 9. Telephone, B, a bicycle. That's also, by the way, try to draw a bicycle. That's super weird. Your VTuber avatar, I think, is broken again. Oh, you're right. It's broken again. I don't know why, though. Huh, weird. Thank you. Verb frame. I don't know why, though. Nah, anyway. All right, it's a bicycle, Krankenwagen, ambulance. 9. So we got 3 count of 9. Okay. Uh-huh. So which one? I kind of want to take the Roman one. This one, 9. Is this... Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Just a little bit. Which of the 2 made-up words below is most appealing to you? Okeboinkal or Scrumtush? I think that sounds way better than Okeboinkal. What is even this word? Scrumtush. Uh-huh. Hi, Elrex and Born True. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. Please don't adjust the slider. I'm a rebel. Do you know what time it is right now? It's 9:15. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? I didn't even say the time. This game. Yeah, it's right. Was it a time anyway? Yeah. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yes, I'm a streamer. Rule breaker. Help. Yes. Will you come back to visit me? Of course. I want to get achievements. In 10 years again. This game is fooling us a bit, huh? All right. The end is never the end. Today we're going to focus completely on Bucky. I know how much you guys like Bucky. And we're going to get the...
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
We're going to get all the endings with
Stanley worked for a
Bucky
company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427.
We saw this one quite a few times now.
Room 427, and he pushed buttons on
So the first thing I want to do now
Orders came to
is
him through a monitor on his
to take
desk,
Bucky with me
telling
into
him
this room
what
and then
buttons
closing
to
the
push,
door.
how
There should
long
be
to
a
push
new
them, and
dialogue, right?
This is
Bucky.
what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Ah, what a dream job.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly
How many
an
of the
hour
figurines
when
have
he
you found?
realized that not
6
one
of 7 actually.
single order had arrived on the
But
monitor
I
for
have no
him to
idea where the
follow.
last one is.
No one had showed up to give him instructions.
Don't
call
forget
a
how you
meeting,
have a skip
or
button.
even
You're
say
right.
hi. Never in all his years at the company had this
Because
happened.
Cookie and I was
This
complaining
complete
about that.
Isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid.
6 out of 7, yeah.
Stanley found himself
So just
unable
one
to
missing.
move for the longest
But there is no
time.
achievement for that anyway,
But as he came
right?
to his wits and regained his senses,
So what's
he
the
got
point
up from his
about?
desk and stepped out of his office.
All right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Wait, I
Stanley
can't-
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So wait, I was thinking about going back with Bucky here. Okay, I can't do that.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I love this kind of
Stanley
office.
picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
Okay, I got Bucky with me now.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
It's
The
true
bucket
self.
began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein,
Suddenly,
of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken.
imagine
to
Bucky
curb
is
the
transforming
madness
into a
and the
furry or
decay,
something.
If only it had been stronger. Of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon
The
as
bucket
the
is a
warm glow
war
of inspiration
criminal.
begins to dim.
But it
The
says true
opportunities
self,
to
he
do
said.
so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps
the sad
if
music.
it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
Where's the brow?
Said the bucket.
No.
Not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket!
Oh my god!
This is so stupid! Why are we even
My
doing
throat
this?
is just hurting just by listening to that.
Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed. The bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power.
I bet the voice
Its
actor had fun
fangs
with this
glistening
dialogue.
like
Oh, I think so as well. En garde!
God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket.
I did
Thank
it.
God you already had all 12 emblems of sages. and knew
Gamboras
the
was also mentioned, yeah,
incantations to
at the end
summon
of the
their true
cassette tape with
power.
you, Bucky, and
Otherwise,
yep,
we would have easily been overwhelmed
The-
by
the
the
creepy
bucket's
one.
power. I'm speechless.
there's blood.
You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game.
I
and
am
we'll agree
sorry?
to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Can I get this knife with me? I guess not. Well, rip Bucky! That was his true self.
All of
Alright.
his co-workers were
Interesting.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I also realized I can't go to the
Good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off
I can't
on
go back
another
to my
thrilling
office to
adventure
go to heaven,
together.
a button heaven, right? Hello, Jan. Welcome, welcome. Da, da, da. Da, da, da.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Anyway, I'm gonna go. Have a good evening. You too. Have a good night.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
So what was on the other side? Did I
No,
jump down here
said the
with
bucket.
Bucky?
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
I could also go to the catwalk here, right? The bucket cannot go to Bottom Heaven thanks to the evil Gambarata. I guess so. So two endings are missing with that. You did jump. Did I do this with the bucket?
Good.
I can't
said
remember.
the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top.
Hi,
There's something
Kebab.
up there I need you to do.
Welcome,
Stanley did
welcome.
not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because
Have you
buckets
carried the
can't
bucket to the
talk.
non-bucket
But
zone?
Stanley
No,
chose
I
not to think
didn't.
about this
I
bucket
saw.
He was firmly
I
convinced
saw
that
there's
the
a zone
bucket
like
had
this, but
spoken
I
to
didn't
him,
have a bucket
and
with
he
me.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I kind of want to go to that place with the red and blue door. I think that was here, right?
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says,
Oh,
"No
it's here!
buckets past
It's
this
here,
point."
Alex.
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if
I wanna
the problem
smuggle.
is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do
Sidon
something
didn't
about
jump
it.
with the bucket yet.
This
Okay, good to know. Then we have to
could
do this as well.
dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on
You
your
don't know what a bucket is?
understanding
No,
of what is
obviously
and
not.
Isn't a bucket. Please,
To be a
step in
bucket.
here for a moment.
Oh. Do not stand on the side of fence. Stand here for a moment. What's gonna happen now? Is this a bucket?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket.
Oh,
not an actual
wow.
bucket.
I just wanted to fool him.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No. With the music. It's like the Who Wants to Be Millionaire. Who knows the old hologram trip? But it was looking so real. I just got an invitation to the Hanover Messe. I'm thinking of going there for it. Oh yeah, do that. Do that. Sounds fun. Wrong?
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
What the hell? I can't even troll. Hi, Suzik. Welcome. I can't even troll.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
No? Question mark? Is this also...
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Okay, I'm glad. There are also bad answers. Did I pass?
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up?
You don't know what a
Absolutely
bucket looks like? No.
Incredible.
I
Let's
don't know
just
what I'm
move
holding
on to the
here.
next one.
I wonder what's gonna happen if I don't
Is
pass.
this a bucket?
Yes?
Correct. This is
What?
a bucket.
Why is this a bucket now? I can't troll him.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
No?
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
There were trick questions as well. Okay.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
No jump scares, right? No?
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket.
We both know full well that nothing
Damn, I
isn't
should
a
have taken
bucket.
yes.
Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Chat, I think we're all buckets now.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't
That's
have that.
okay.
I'm sorry.
And that's okay because you're
I'm
also a
going to
bucket.
erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
Narrator, you're also a bucket. What happened?
What happened?
Lost his
Is everything gone?
sanity?
Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket.
Am I a
after
bucket?
all. And you, Stanley,
We're all
you're
buckets,
still
hey Bob.
here. You're not a
A very
bucket
shiny
either.
bucket.
Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
Kind of a
I
funny
actually
word,
feel
bucket.
much more at ease
Just say
right
it
now.
quite often
It's
now.
delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person. All right, here we go.
I was thinking the same. Shiny buckets. Oh, okay. We're back here. Alrighty.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly. Stanley clutched the
As
bucket
long
tightly to his
stand
chest
by
and
me.
entered the door on his left. This was not
Stand
the correct
by
way to the meeting room.
me.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Let's go.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this no? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left
No.
to go back to the meeting room.
No. We're gonna
No,
jump down now.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation
hate
of
that
himself from
sound.
the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Aw. We're dying together. Aw. That was a short ending.
All of
Like
his
the original
co-workers were
one.
gone. What could
Alrighty.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. A good bucket, a strong
But
bucket, a
it's done
humble
now.
bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of
Da,
culture
da,
and
da.
distinction. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley
Did we
took the door on
cross?
his left to
No,
go
we
back to the
didn't
meeting
go with the
room,
elevator to the other side, right?
No,
said the bucket.
No.
don't go to the meeting room.
But they're not
Go
putting a
somewhere
fence here
else.
now.
The cargo lift, yes. Go
Right.
there. Good.
Said the bucket.
I like the
now
bucket's
ride the
voice.
lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't
Stanley
talk.
and Bucket are
But
best
Stanley
friends,
chose not to
definitely.
think about this obvious fact. He was firmly
Very deep
convinced that the
relationship.
bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
A dark room? That's not really dark, right? Oh. I mean, it's dark here. Okay. Oh, it's the telephone.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home where we can go about life together.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the
We did it
phone?
again.
Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders?
Did you know
Stan,
you
I
can
was
still jump down
joking.
if there's a
Obviously, the
fence? No, I
bucket
didn't
isn't
know, but
talking
I'm
to you
glad
and
you
telling
can
you
do.
to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's
I will
funny,
never talk
Stanley.
to my
A
wife.
talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing?
Timing.
How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies?
Ooh.
And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh,
I love this
in all
videos.
likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing.
What?
To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, I'm Dunny with the funny. Let's practice screaming, I'm
Dunny
with the
funny.
now.
I'm Dunny with the funny. I'm
Good.
Dunny?
This
Okay,
saying
nice.
is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data
Oh
from
my
your
God,
audience
how
on how rough
horrible.
they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian.
Imagine
An
somebody's
effective
actually doing
survey
that.
should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random.
Smart.
And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
May Earth reign supreme. Do not reprint or redistribute.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter.
Nah.
I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate
What did you play in
comedic
StarCraft?
delivery. Come along, let's head back.
We can go back. But I wanted to get another ending with picking up the call next time. Wait, I'm actually going back? Okay.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd.
Zergs are my
What a
favorite, of course.
hilarious
Friend of mine loved to play with
concept.
the
The
Zergs.
king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The
The
bucket.
bucket spoke.
Spoke.
Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
So I'm actually going back now. Oh, thank you. kind of weird. The game wants me to go back. And where am I going back? How is this gonna end? Bucky. Stanley Parable Ultra Bucket. It's our Bucky list.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
And what's gonna happen if I'm going through the right door again? Well, that's a black room.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on?
That's a bit different.
There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to.
He's just
And
not
it's all
spontaneous
my
enough.
fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest.
Did you ever pick up the?
joke-telling
No, I
world.
didn't.
I think
We talked about it to our
I
wife.
need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Your?
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
You know, I'm kind of curious how this game would be with going twice through the right door and then through the left door. And I'm also kind of curious what's going to happen for the 3rd time now.
What? We're back at the phone already? No.
It's
Here
not
we go.
allowed.
You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
But they're not sealing it anyway.
What? We're back at the phone already?
Or is it just repeating?
No.
I think this might be a loop.
Here we go.
Huh.
You ready? When
Hi,
Stanley and
Nick.
the
Hi,
bucket came
welcome.
to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
So was the race. I would have liked to play, but RTSs and Henry Morris don't go well together. I understand.
No. You were supposed
I was
to go through
only
the door
watching.
on the right, leading back to the phone.
I
Did you not
did
even look
3
at the
times.
instructional video? I think this was all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over.
It's
all
my fault.
Your fault, Stanley.
Of course.
I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... It's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No?
I love my bucket.
Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar.
Is this one of the bad jokes?
Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
The end is never the end. All right.
How
I
long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered
want
to
to pick
himself.
up the phone now.
Minutes? Days?
What happened to this? Oh,
old
never mind. I
friend,
thought
a
something is
weathered
wrong with the chair.
companionship that stands the test of time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was
I
wrong.
can't even remember
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
the end without
No.
Bucky.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room.
You can
Go
also do
somewhere
that.
else. The cargo lift, yes. Go. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
If you guys
He was
see
firmly
another
convinced
figurine,
that the
please let
bucket
me know,
had
yeah?
spoken to him, and he
Because I don't know where the
unthinkingly
last
did
one is.
whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
What's gonna happen now?
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once
Oh,
upon a
that's my
time,
home!
I gave Stanley a
Kinda.
bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Is it my home? Oh yeah, it's kind of my home. The beige page. It's not the yellow page, it's the beige one. Wish you were here. Aloha from the Freedom Foundling. Narrator Airlines. I went to the mind control facility and all I got was this lousy sticker. Adventure awaits. I played the demo. 427. I like the stickers. Kind of want to have them in real life. Oh, that's nice looking. I like my job. I just hate my boss. It was, right? Can't open that. Sunsets. What can... Oh! Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press U to take me to work with you. Aw.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship.
Hi, Yude. Welcome
It
here.
doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Take me back home with you.
Lately,
Here's a list in
I've
the
been
meeting room.
concerned
Oh, yeah,
about
you're
him.
right.
Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
And so it goes. Press C to go to work.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Check if there is chocolate in the jar. Emergency chocolate. Do you have something like that? I have nuts and rice crackers.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened
just
to.
jelly.
Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Press V to ignore anyone in your life except for me. It's kind of manipulative, huh? So you have enough chocolate. We need to pressure Tatami a bit more. He still didn't send me the package. He's only working. And I think he's trying to figure out how to upgrade his PC now. Sadly, I don't have chocolate. I actually went to Starbucks today. It was the second time of my life I ever did this. But it was only because I got a magic bag for €4. And they put so many nice snacks for me, actually. Oh, I could eat that tomorrow. I completely forgot. All right, we're going to ignore everything in my life. Everything. Just me and the
Sad.
bucket.
I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket.
So jealous.
Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Always forget Gemini uses Euro and not Mark. Dude, we're not using Mark, I don't know, 20 years? Susik, we're not using Mark anymore. Oh, my shiny bucket. I believe I'm real. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press G to go back to home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Well, press X to be relieved the same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
More than a bucket. Press B to go home, to work, to home, to work, to home.
Oh no.
It's getting always darker, by the
I'm
way.
having feelings for the bucket. No, 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 no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing.
This is kind of disturbing, not
Tell me
gonna
what
lie.
to do in this troublesome situation.
It's kind of disturbing. And I just gave kisses to this bucket. I want to take it back.
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No!
Give it to me. Give me the
No!
bucket, Stanley. I need
That's
it.
my bucket.
Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll...
No! He yoinked it. Go back to work, Stanley. What was this weird ending? Okay, guys. I need to check one thing.
Good morning. Thank
Morning.
you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
We already had that. But, we need to go to this to the telephone scene again. This time without Bucky.
Understood. Your order will be canceled. in-
Hi, Josh.
Thank you
Perfect
again
time
for
to
contacting the
join,
Future
huh?
Happiness Foundation.
All right, let's do that. No
When
21.
Stanley
I
came to a
thought
set
I
of
remember
two open
switching
doors, he entered the this was
first
not the
of
correct
January
way to the meeting
2001.
room,
I have
and
no
Stanley
idea.
knew
It was
perfectly
around that
well.
time, right? Or
Perhaps he wanted
2002.
to stop by the
But I'm glad
employee
we have the
lounge
euro.
first, just to admire it.
I think that's a nice currency. It's so nice when
Stanley
you're
felt
traveling
lightheaded,
around, except
butterflies in his
all the
stomach.
Scandinavian
But
countries with
eager
their
to get
own
back to
currency.
business, Stanley took the first open
It's
door
so
on his
nice. You're
left.
going to the Netherlands, France, Italy, and you don't have to switch your money.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story
Oh,
has been
Desnix,
about
thank
nothing
you.
but you
Thank you
all
so,
this
so
time.
much.
There's
I
someone
appreciate
you've
it.
been
Thank you for the
neglecting,
sub to
Stanley.
Retro. Retro.
Someone you've forgotten about.
Welcome to our birthday club.
Please, stop
To leave,
trying to
but
make
have a
every
great day.
decision
Thank
about
you.
yourself.
Have a good night.
I'm not
Thanks for
asking
stopping
me,
by.
I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Is it also going to be disturbing with my wife now?
That's her, Stanley.
It's kind of similar, huh?
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Oh, the smell of fresh bread. Mm.
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving
That's
wife?
kind of
They
disturbing.
wanna
What the
commit their
hell?
life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see
She
something.
sounds cuties.
Come inside.
We got you
Let me show
baited,
you
Josh.
what's really going on here.
That's so uncanny here.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? Good morning, employee 427. Press R on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every
They
button that he
debate.
pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press G. What's going to happen if I'm not going to do that? She's still good look. What, Knabbers? It's not a human. Do you think you had love in your life? And then he's just laughing about us.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
No.
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Please press Y.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Please press K to watch TV. Where? There. What the hell? Wait, that's my desk from work. That's probably my bathroom.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Wait, what happened to the
First, he
TV?
imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Please press L to spend time with the boys. Boys?
So he went further.
There
He
was
imagined
a
that he came to
TV
two
here.
open doors and
A
that he
flat
could go
screen
through
on the
either.
wall.
At last,
You're confusing me, Alrex.
it barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to
The
behold.
boys. And please press Q to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this
Nice
fantasy
dinner.
world, he began
No,
to
it's
fill it
also
with many
switching here.
possible
No,
paths
you
and
can't say, Alrex.
destinations.
Where's kitchen?
Down one path
Kitchen?
lay an
There was no
enormous round
kitchen.
room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Please press M to tell your kids a story. My imaginary kids.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived
Are
it
you
again,
kidding?
and then again, and again, over and over.
I like
wishing
how
and
both
hoped that
I
it
just
would
said
never
that.
end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Please press O to tell your wife you love her. I love you.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
Sounds
The
like he has a
longer
burnout
spends
from
here,
work,
the
to be
more
honest.
invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Please press T to go to sleep. Good night.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I want to do it now. Please press P to be at work in the morning.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
No.
How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here,
There's
he's
always
electing
an
to
option,
kill
right?
himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Please press B to question nothing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose.
This
I'll
game just
try
hit
once
deep.
more to convey all this
There was
to him.
another
I'm
ending
compelled
yesterday.
to.
Kind
I
of disturbing,
must.
actually.
Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see.
Which was very
Maybe
emotional.
this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I
Sounds
tried
like the
again,
Overwatch chat.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
All right. I like the Bucky one a bit more here.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we? The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of them.
Yeah, I'm talking
Stanley
about
tucked the bucket
the
tightly
seniors
to his
did exactly
chest
this one.
and entered the door on his left.
Good night, Sizik. Sleep well. I think we saw everything here on the right side, so let's go to the left now. And there should be also another list. Exactly. Stairs, something to do with stairs. A figurine. Stairs. Were we here yesterday with Bucky?
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't
No.
you? The aura
Hi,
of jealousy.
Sinister.
It's as clear as day.
Good day
This
to
broom
you.
closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in.
Have you been
Don't
the
hand
elevator
over the
in the
bucket.
middle corridor?
I know how hard it must be. Given
There
the
are
pressure
some
that the broom
elevators,
closet is
but
putting on your
not
shoulders
sure which one right
but
now.
You have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
What?
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
What?
That your life is so banal and meaningless that you
What?
feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing
Will you
manner?
take the right path?
Well, I
There's the
never.
middle corridor that takes
Go
you
on,
back on the
Stanley.
right path.
Lay into it. Really
not
tell
sure
the broom
if I
closet
did
off for
that.
its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional
God.
landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it. Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
Property
There.
of Stanley!
settled.
How
No more
cool is
debate,
that?
No more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom
Yoink.
closets in the natural order of things. All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it
Bucketception.
works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself,
Take
it's a
that broom
bucket."
closet!
There really is a wide variety
Hell
of
yeah.
applications for this sticker.
The sound effect is awesome. Yeah, it's pretty good, right? Also, I like to click around. I love this old keyboard sound. Are we getting another
You
sticker?
know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
He's actually leaving. It's so well made with the voice effect. No more dialogue? No more sticker? Narrator? Are you mad? Not sure what's part of the game. Wow, that sound just scared me. And now imagine all the lights are just turning off. And it's getting spoopy. What is this sound? Okay, there was a hint that other figurine is here somewhere, right? I got it!
And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly.
Stiggly Wiggly?
Stanley, this is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the
Did
sake
you?
of
Thank
doing
you.
it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements.
It's the project. Oh yeah, you're right. It's the project. I forgot.
Is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead, I'll just say it's done. We're all done here, and now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
I told you there is no achievement for that. All right. That was. I remember there was something with insane ending or something, right?
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
Lucy, what are so cute.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I
Going
am
here.
crazy.
Achievement for what? Just collecting a few figurines? How silly.
He asked the bucket.
Oh yeah, it's the crazy ending.
But said nothing at all. And that's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a
But it's
normal,
property of Stanley.
everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what
Wait, what happened to my
bizarre
bucket?
hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now.
The music reminds me of Dark.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
Could it truly
I'm
be?
coming!
He rushed forward from room to room.
Oh my God, there's so
passing by
many!
one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley! Find me!
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his
My
sanity.
friend!
And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
Oh my God!
The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was
What?
incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony.
Oh God, is
and
this gonna be
blacked out.
disgusting? It reminds me of Darkest, but yeah, the sound effects, right? Oh God. Oh God.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
She's gonna find us now.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her work was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have
Now
to
I'm
confront
wondering why
with.
they chose a
Her
bucket.
bucket
Is there a
would
deeper
provide
meaning
absolute
behind?
guidance and
Probably
total
nothing,
clarity in
right?
everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
And not calling even the police. Nice. The real bucket was the friends we made along the way with us, yeah. But I think we went a bit crazy here. Just a little bit. Hi, Kev. First day of work this week, and I'm already done with the week. Still hate that we don't have an AC in the market. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Can't you just go to the part where it's a bit colder, like where the freezers are in the fridge? To be honest, I was always freezing over there. Imagine being bucketless. I have a bucket. That's a mirror. What the hell?
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers.
What do you
I haven't
want?
stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please...
Is that the
indulge me
church in
with
the
one
background?
more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Oh, because we have it now. The memory zone. There was such a nice music here. I skipped it the last time. When Stanley found the collectibles, now remembering. Ah! Hi, Bastian. Hello there. Welcome. Not to flex, but I actually have several buckets. I see. You're flexing a bit, Alrex. Just a bit. Wait, there's a basement now, right? That's new.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
No, we were here.
We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Kinda creepy, right? That's so creepy. I got 7 of 6 now. I feel like a cheater. So creepy. Reminds me of old paintings. They're actually showing scenes where, yeah, like your old mythological stuff. People trying to escape hell. And their souls are, most of the time, are made like this. Like they are suffering, trying to escape. It's very similar to that. Kinda creepy. So cool. Oh, the 2 doors.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around by the red and blue doors. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then I had no
I
faith
didn't
in you to find
expect this
any
at
of
all.
them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Alright, yoink. 8 of 6. The doors are pretty much the same. No. One last time because I don't know when I will be back again. Oh, dear Thug. Thank you so much for gifting 4 subs. Thank you. Thank you so much for doing this the past weeks. You're crazy. Thank you for all the support. I hope we will see us soon again. Thank you so much. So a lot of artworks like that in my Witchcraft and the Devil module. Yeah, it's very typical, and of course they kind of want to show that you are suffering, and if you're not having a religion, you're gonna be like that. Not just in Greek mythology. It's also lots of scenes in the Bible. Because it was like you had to be a very religious person. You have to be a good person on earth. You have to earn your way to the heaven. Otherwise you're gonna land like this. And you're gonna be like this for the rest of your life. Afterlife, I should say. Kinda creepy. Very much a Christian thing too, yeah? It is. It's very disturbing. To scare God into people. I just think scaring into something is never working. I don't think that's the right way.
Let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your 3rd mini stand? Can you remember?
It was the boss bathroom, right? Not sure if it was the third, though. It's so creepy.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here in the boss's bathroom. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your 3rd time doing anything.
Do you have to collect everything again? No, right? Just part of the game. I kind of want to leave the door open. It's comforting me with a light.
Next?
Oh, wow! A pink room! With a big apple!
Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room.
No.
But it's here in the memory
That
zone,
pizza?
so it must have happened.
No, it never happened. Kinda cool, this room. It's very much pink. And I also like the music, even though it's creepy. Everything is so creepy here. Da, da, da. And now it's getting dark again. But there will be light. This is like... this is like Outer Wild zooming in. Mysterious. Oh.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse.
Oh God,
I
Mimi,
remember it so
don't die
clearly.
now.
In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
You found... How you find... find the narrator? What? What's that back there? Dude, this is like an old video from 2000. Hello, Vertigo. It's mini stand number 5. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. The best of the best. You're so sweet. Thank you again. Near the cargo lift. Thanks for watching. It's so bad. The narrator. Starring Stanley. The narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't
Windows
have
Movie
spent on
Maker.
anything else.
I remember I was just playing around with that when I was little. Best boy, the narrator. Best boy. Wait, was this a credit best boy? Really? No, right? You're just coming up with that. Even got the actual video quality to him. Yeah, it was also so bad. It's really well made. Not gonna lie. This is so creepy. I hate it. Oh, maybe he tried his best. I'm sorry. Oh, this is the last one.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the Final Figurine, right here, under the stairs. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
I actually made a paint movie in
Who can
Windows Movie
truly
Maker.
say how
Nice.
the
I
mind
remember
works?
my
All I know is
teacher.
that this is the moment
My
when
teacher
you
had
picked
his
up a
project.
Figley
My
and
art
thought to
teacher.
myself,
He made
"Yes,
weird
that's
videos
all of them.
with
They're all
Windows Movie
collected."
Maker.
It was a moment unlike any other, except for the other moments.
So that
picking up
was a
figurines,
credit with
which it
Best
was
Boy, the
exactly
narrator.
like.
I'll get everything twice. No? I want to have an achievement. Nice. What's this now? TVception. You were in the present. Oh my god. Thank you, FCK, for clipping that. Of course I believe you. I was always thrown out of art. What did you do? What the hell? Fuck, are you not taking art serious, huh? I mean, this game is all
And
art
then
here.
there was no more.
because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
The end was kind of fast.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on.
Okay, I'm glad.
The loading screen.
They just took it back.
Here, keep enjoying these figurines. Let's just go backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
It just yoinked the bar again, the loading bar. And we go through the path.
Okay,
this
yes,
humor.
that spot under the stairs. I remember this.
Yeah?
I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our
Wow.
initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
All right, 13 of 6. I have always listened to music, and without music, I cannot draw in peace. I was thrown out because of that. Oh, damn. Our teacher was very, very chill with that. Insanely chill. So we're also going to the Pinky room again.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
It was just 5 minutes. Yeah, I can see it again. Best boy.
That video.
I was never took art seriously. I was also never any good at it. Anyway, I mean, it's a difference if you are drawing on your own, like having the skills, or if you like the theory behind. That's something very different. In German, we would say you can't compare apples with pears. I heard this so often in my life. 14 of 6. Mimi, don't jump down. Can you actually die here? I'm too scared. Pinky room.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this
No.
one. Good room, though. A solid room.
It's like a church. English just refers to apples and orange. Okay, I didn't know. Funny. Orange. I wonder if this is always different in every language. I wonder what's this in French.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
I'm still collecting them, though. Wait, where's the other one? Am I just going back to Pinky Room? No. I'm so confused. It's the same.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
17. One more, right? Back to the museum. Comparing German to English is like comparing apples to oranges. Oh, this one.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh,
Wonder how
I
this
want
is room
more
looking
memories,
like with
Stanley.
lights.
I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
That's really creepy, right? Look at those hands. They're suffering. But particles, hell yeah. Escape room. Wait, reminds me of Epsi. Don't you have your escape room tomorrow? Gotta collect them all. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Hmm? It's kind of dark here. It's
Look,
kind
it's
of
the terrible new content
museum,
that we
but
were originally sold on. I remember.
you remember?
hearing
Of
it
course,
then.
if we were talking to
Time
each
does
other.
put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more memories.
I just realized that it's still at 3 jumps. 3 jumps remaining. Now it's 2. Are you guys getting triggered? You wouldn't believe how many people can't remember anything you tell them. I guess so. But when I'm listening, then I'm listening.
The two
Jam more, no?
doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
We can't go back, Josh. Maybe, please. I wonder what's going to happen if you jump more. Thank you for that. Nothing to say thank you for.
And before everything else, there was your office.
This
there
is how it
anything else?
ends, right?
Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
The end?
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember
God, the
before this
music.
whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason.
For no
Why did I
reason.
invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again.
Every time I'm
I want to
playing
go back
Stanley,
to
I'm just
how it used to be.
questioning about
Yes,
everything.
I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll
Press
take care
J.
of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore.
What
He
is this
truly
job
was
he's
so
doing?
much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
One more time? Is it actually... It's looking definitely different. Should I take Bucky with me? Oh, the steps are still there. Should I take Bucky with me? I'm scared of doing wrong. It feels like the last run. Is there like a... No, I don't think so. Let me check the achievements quickly. So close. 8. Just a different layer. Ah, okay. Okay, that was Bucky
Everyone is
time.
so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and left.
Let's see. Let's see.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Sometimes there's a different layout.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
That was the crazy ending. And then... we're here. There was also this elevator. Bad joke of the stream. My wife bet me 1,000 euro that I couldn't turn spaghetti into a car. You should have seen her face when I drove pasta. Thank you, Kat, for the bad joke of the stream. What was this elevator doing again? I do like how you genuinely conflicted over the bucket. There are some achievements, I think, doing stuff without the bucket. What is this elevator, by the way? Alex, were you talking about this one? No, right? I think I didn't do this. Oh. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Is this ever gonna end? Da, 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 da. This is looking so magical. Da, da, da. Sonic. Treatise or manifesto, right? Hi, Sonic. Wait, is that the narrator singing? What was this? Is this gonna be another melody? Da, 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 da. Actually, this is the perfect time to grab some fresh water. I got some cold water in the fridge. It's actually so warm, so I'm gonna be right back. Oopsa! Oh my god. Smashing. Oh god, I hope it wasn't too loud. So nothing happened here. I'm back with water. Feel like the burp is looking to my soul. Maybe Burble is doing it. Oh, it's so nice. Oopsa. Yeah, I smashed my bottle against the table and I thought it's super loud. I didn't mute my microphone. All right, this elevator is not doing anything. So we're going to the boss office.
Stepping
I'm gonna
into
type
the
the
manager's
code.
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any.
Oh, I was too fast.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster
Bum,
fire,
bum,
but Stanley
bum.
guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Of course.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the
Actually, the narrator was having with him. Really? I heard his voice a bit. All right, I don't think we went up and down with a bucket, right? Did we do that? How long will I remember this? I thought the same. I thought the same. Maybe it's over in 4 weeks.
An unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together. If
We
not
could
for the
also
bucket.
go to the escape
Soothing
room.
him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
That was your code for your phone? What a coincidence.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Soon. Let's do the escape one. I really like the narrator's voice, the female one. It's so comforting. I
Although
love that.
This passageway had the word escape written on
Doc
it.
is the boss
truth
confirmed.
was
Seems
that
like
at
it,
the
yeah.
end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward
I hate
into
those
a
lamps
very
doing the
painful
sound.
death for each of them.
Escape from reality. We're kind of having the shoes in, from Portal. The extra shoes, I think it's called, right? I wonder if she's going to speak to us again.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought
The
to
bucket,
himself,
save it.
and he sort of
Not
kicked
myself,
himself for wasting
Eric,
so
but the
much
bucket.
time carrying a bucket
Narrator,
everywhere.
help us.
Farewell, Stanley.
She's there.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
I love her voice.
In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
What? The Stanley Parable. Perfect for audiobooks, right? It's so nice to listen to.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
What is this memorial room? I just lost my bucket, Alrex. The bucket. Oh, the picture. Welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Precipice of knowledge, much like a bucket itself. The human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void, but through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here with you into the world, Chat? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue the life as you were in ignorance and darkness? All right. I feel called out here.
Arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own. Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
That could be also Joseph Beuys, to be honest. 25 buckets. A photograph of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photograph experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. Not gonna lie, I would visit this exhibition. That's more than 25. 25,000. It's like Leonardo da Vinci here. A bucket with two handles. This bucket is depicted as having two handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Just don't put your fingers between. Finally, Mimi can be convinced to visit the German Sack Museum. I don't even know where it was again. Some of them are holograms. Oh, the beginning of the bucket. Inferno bucket. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerful, alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died. And yet, in spite of it all, the simple fact remains. No one can control a bucket. No one, Chat. Huh. If one likes audiobooks, they're always so slow for a fast reader like me. Same. But if you're not having the book with you, that's also fine. Damn, this is going like cave paintings. Oh wow, look at the immersion even with sound. Oh, this is so nice. Actually reminds me of the museum I was in Denmark. Cave drawing. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Jumbo, rata, jumbo. Is that a drone pooping? Some deers. This is so nice. The stress bucket in analogy. Analogy? I guess so. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance, vulnerability, sizing strength of the bucket. Coping strategies are holds, rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy, rest and relaxation. And the stress level is also the level of water in the bucket. The stress bucket, presented without commentary. Thank you. Actually, a lot of people don't like this kind of museums, like white rooms. It's kind of controversy. So, museum, like architects trying to do something else, or art historian.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Finally, Mimi can be convinced to visit the German. Oh, I already read that, right? Nieheim, close Paderborn. I think that's also what Knappers told me once, and then I had to Google where Nieheim is. The hanging bucket. Oh, wait, I can also jump down then. The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. Is that the infinite hole again? Can I avoid the hole? Oh. Wait, what? What did I do? I clicked the bucket.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the
The bucket is way too important, Alex. You're right. It's not about me.
We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die
Bucky.
together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Oh. Bucky? Are we actually done? We are. I had goosebumps here. I don't want to. I don't want to be squelched.
To check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself. It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
It's kind of crazy. Just a few corridors. How many options you can get with different kind of endings.
Still no
so
one
funny.
was here. Stanley
Still not
needed the
done.
bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Hello, boss. Can I get a raise?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Just hate the fact it's getting dark.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Alright, I'm not sure if we went up and down again with the bucket. You ever get the blue starting layout? Don't go to the 2 doors yet. Okay. Oh, I try not to forget that. Oh, wait.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing
Also,
those
Knabbers,
keypad
we had the
buttons,
bird
there was
moment
something
yesterday.
very
I forgot
intriguing
which
about the
one
number
it was
3.
again
I
with
wanna
the
go back so I
facility.
can try pressing the number 3
No,
again.
mind control
The bucket
thingy.
said
Did we
nothing.
press yes or no? Can't remember. Mind control on? Alright, thank you.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Wow, he said, the number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a
Talk
shock
to me,
Stanley,
bucket.
who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Alright, no, we didn't have this. So that's very new.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Why 3? Guess we go back again.
No, 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 said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
This awkward silence. 3 is a magic number. I mean, I never thought like, yeah, that's a nice number.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving
Why
a
am I even doing
concerto
this?
of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time,
It's actually better.
he
You
looked
can't
to
change
his
my mind.
bucket
I mean,
for
it's
a
easier to
reaction of
calculate
some
with
kind.
2.
Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Clinical.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Why is the bucket not talking to us anymore? I'm not going to press 3
Stanley,
anymore.
I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over.
Bucky
He
is
would
punishing us
elaborate
with
fully on
silence.
what
That's
number 3 meant to him
the worst kind
and
of
why he felt
punishment,
so
not
alive
talking.
when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work. For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
No new stuff here. I just remembered something you completely missed. Another non-Bucky and Bucky. Really? Okay, we can do this after. to stage 333. Well, that's new.
This
So
is
many
it.
threes.
One last chance
Three
to
again,
win the
the
bucket
Stanley
over.
story.
One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
The dude who came up with pizza. The guy who went to Mars, the Lord meeting. What? Featured keynote speaker. Meet and greet to the Lord, guys.
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad.
Nobody wants to see this.
He was unloved, uninteresting. He was a failure. And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no
Three.
deeper understanding.
3,
The bucket
3.
merely sat there in his arms, indifferent.
3.
And so it began that slowly
3.
over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less,
3.
neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
This is the end. But it's never the end. There was another taxi at the bucket. Okay. All right.
Even
What
now,
is...
Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
So this time we're going to the mind control
Still
center.
no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I wonder if there's another art ending here, but I think I didn't have the option. That was with a blue and red door, right?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
No blue, red door ending with Bucky. Yeah, kinda sad because of
an
that.
enormous room packed with television screens.
Also, I
What
can't go up
horrible
here, right,
secret
with
did this
Bucky?
place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
But I know we jumped down with Bucky here. Bucky.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped.
Can jump down with
monitored
though
like
with Bucky.
guinea
You
pigs.
didn't jump down with Bucky yet?
The
No.
bucket had never seen
Can
anything
do that the
like
next
this,
time.
and it very nearly burst into tears.
I thought I
as
did it.
Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
No, okay. You guys are probably right then.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in
Mimi
Stanley's
jumped.
feeble mind.
Then it's gonna be Bucky and me.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't
What is
accept
pirate?
his own life in someone else's control.
Employ a
Never.
pirate.
He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
With Bucky? Oh my god. Did we do it with or
But here
without
was the
Bucky?
proof, the heart of the operation.
Oh yeah, they
Controls
died in each
labeled
other's
with
arms. You're
emotions,
right.
happy
Yeah, you're
or
right.
sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality
I
of
wanna
his
see
past
birds
began
now.
to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends,
wanted
Stanley and the bucket,
to see the
up
on button
against
yesterday.
the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To
You're
take
not
over the
sleeping,
machine and
Des.
claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in
Now
disgust
birdie time.
when suddenly
And this time I'm gonna
an
go
image
faster.
appeared upon
The last time I
enormous
was just
screen.
looking at the... Ah!
Birds.
They're not silly. Oh, look at
Silly
them.
birds.
Quack.
The control
They're so
buttons.
cute. Oh,
Stanley flipped
they're
through
not
one
silly.
video of silly birds after
Oh,
another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control
no
facility at all.
babies.
It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds
Quack.
all over the world.
They're not silly.
The mind controls were
Oh my
only
god, there's so
designed to
many.
disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley
Oh, there it
marveled
is
at the
again.
metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
Quack.
Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through
Thank
live
you so much,
streams
dear
of the
Dad.
silliest birds
No, look at
imaginable.
them.
Of all the possible
fighting.
paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
No.
And Stanley was happy.
No. Finally, we saw everything. All right.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the
You win
orders
someone
stopped
called
coming
birds.
in?
Yeah, it's making me
How is
angry.
that possible? They never stopped. Ah, Stanley's back.
Hi, Booba.
Only co-worker he would ever truly need. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
Still no one was here.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay, we're gonna jump down to the middle now.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
The good thing is you're reaching several
Stanley and the bucket
scenes
walked straight
very
ahead
fast.
through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I remember it was the first desk, so you were going like this.
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell
So
directly
it's the dark
onto the
void
bucket,
this time.
which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't
Nice.
so bad down here. A bit cold, perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette.
It's gonna get
that was
cozy.
useful for when the bucket was craving
Da, da,
paninis.
da, da, da.
But it wasn't until the rugs and
It's
the
not that
standing
bad.
lamps came in that it really started to feel
I
like
just-
a home.
I just
In
want to
fact,
have a
after
PC
some
though.
time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there.
Just needs
never
Christmas
been able
sticker.
to unearth
Isn't that a
the
bit
many
early for that,
mysteries of the
Josh?
mind control
It's
facility.
so warm.
This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn.
That's
and
the same
neglected for
shelf my
cleaning.
boss had. With the plates.
It unsettled the bucket.
Oh.
Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was
Oh,
going
now
back,
this light is also
doing
doing
it
this
over again, staying
caca
on
noise.
the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Too long? A very long time? That's it. Do we have everything now? Or am I missing something? Gnabbers, you said like
this
I'm
co-workers were
missing
gone.
one
What could it mean?
ending
Stanley decided
without
to go
with
to the meeting
and
room.
without the bucket.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I want to pop the balloons.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Have we down the middle corridor? I'm still thinking what the middle corridor is. Did we go to the escape room with Bucky? We did. We did. That was the where the female narrator was. So Alex, if you tell me where this is, we can go there. Maybe I can recall if we were there. Should I take Bucky with me? I guess so, right? When you go to the right door, then there is a corridor to get to the meeting room. Am I taking Bucky then with me? Bucket with,
Is
alright.
Stanley without the bucket really Stanley at all? No, no, surely not. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
right
to
door.
his... This
Ah!
was the correct way to the meeting
I remember
room.
there's like
But
a
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee
this little
lounge
corridor,
was
you're
simply
right.
the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
This door, right?
Was it- No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the
And this is the
opposite door.
elevator you were talking about. That door, alright. It's cool.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm
No, I
glad
didn't do
you
this.
found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
No, it's the baby again? We care about
see,
you, Stanley.
Your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come
Is this an
together here because
intervention?
we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley
this child
Parable.
is, by the
It's
way,
just
also over
sequel
10 years
content.
old now.
We're the ones that
Right?
matter,
Not
Stanley.
over.
Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere
It
new.
is like an
Yes,
intervention.
Yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
I kind of want to go there as well. Maybe I should go. There's no interaction. Hello. Alright. Unlucky.
Whee!
Oh god, he scared me.
Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Oh no, it's not the silly music again.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Are you talking about my bucket? This reminds me of Portal here. Oh. Going deeper into the basement. Oh, those lights. What the hell is that?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley
Is there a
Parable.
bucket to
It
destroy?
also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
Destroying a bucket.
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the
Hi,
bucket,
Thug. Welcome back.
and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
And what if I'm not doing it? Dude, such a big machine for just
Now
a bucket.
listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable
Why is it
characters?
shaking so
Well,
much?
you see, if
Because
you
I'm
were
not
to
listening?
really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet?
Don't you
Certainly not.
dare.
I wonder what
But
sort
I
of
think we're
Bucket
gonna die.
Destroyer merchandise
Hey,
the
Retro.
fans will be clamoring for after this.
Is it shake?
Okay,
Oh.
the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn
Oh god, oh
bucket.
god, oh god, oh
Quickly
god,
now,
oh god,
the
oh god, oh
fans are
god.
waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Oh! I didn't do it. Ameno.
Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
You will be remembered, Bucket Destroyer. Such a Final Fantasy ending. Now I'm curious what's going to happen if we put the bucket
Stanley knew
inside.
the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others. As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him.
I
telling him
can't do
that
it.
The employee lounge was simply the place to be.
How could you? Well, now I'm with a bucket. This is another moment.
And here it was. Had the bucket...
Maybe... Did I do this ending without the bucket? Let's do it again. I don't think so.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You did it with a stop? Okay, I'm stopping. Okay. Oh, that's the room you mentioned. Are we lucky now to get this layout? Okay, I'm stopping. Numbers. Check all doors. Welcome to the whiteboard ending.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't
I don't
make
know
a
this
single
one.
difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I don't know this one. There it is. Dog mode. Are we gonna be a dog? Every time I'm clicking, it's like woof. You know, I'm gonna click all the time now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Should we check another stuff now? It feels like I already saw everything, right? I'm a dog now. I'm sounding like a small dog. Very small. It's actually funny because the moment my birds are hearing dogs, they're answering the dogs. Sometimes I'm thinking, like, do they think there are dogs? You did all the stuff on the right door, right? I think so, yeah. I think so. Wow, you got so many dogs. Anyway, there is a non-Bucky ending you missed, for which you have to go to the boss office, but not into the office yet. Okay. Boss office was left side. Let's do it then. Not into the office yet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So, staying here, I assume. Maybe Knappers is debating me. Business time. Are hostile takeovers the new biannual percentage? That's my answer to that. Now the tricky part. Go into the office just enough till the door close. Get out again before they are closed. So I'm pretending like this? That sounds insanely hard, Knappers. I will fail that. Like that? You're just a bit deeper, I assume. Can I run? I can't. Oh god, I'm so scared. I'm actually so scared now.
Stepping in.
Oh, I made it! I debated him. Just like impossible. Sounds like newbie. I tricked him. Kinda close. And now? Can I just go back? Sheesh. FC. Oh yeah, we still can bark. Money in the morning. Just go back? Alright. The narrator is not saying anything anymore. How we're tricksing. There is a trick behind, huh? Aha! That's also planned. I mean, it's another ending. Money in the morning. It doesn't look like an ending, but the door is open. So they were actually thinking of everything. You are now leaving? For real? No, I don't believe them. Behind the scenes? This is not getting spooky, right? It's actually looking like we're leaving, but this is such a high building. 756. Okay. Oh my god, the lamp scared me. Is this even ending? It's okay, you got dog. Because I'm the dog. Escape pod launch bay. Escape. Guys, I think my dog is barking. Oh, Gracie. It's insanely dark. Oh, it's over here. Well, I didn't see this from there. Boing, 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 boing. Okay. No, I didn't do this at all. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna take Bucky with me.
Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out.
I hope I can do it. Again.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I had no idea that this ending is existing. Interesting.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find out. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
This is like a heart attack moment. Okay. Please get triggered. Oh my god! Oh! I made it! Oh my god, my heart is hurting. I made it. I don't know, this kind of stuff is making me nervous. I'm kind of jumpy. Okay, Bucky, come with me. Come. We have to escape. We're gonna escape together. Or are you gonna betray me? The most difficult part in yeah, that's true. You need a good timing, but it's doable. Behind no, there's nothing behind me. I would not play this game if it would be spooky. But to be honest, we played much spookier stuff. Run, Mimi! I'm running! Oh, I'm not barking anymore. Oh yeah, of course not. Imagine the bucket suddenly speaks to you now. Don't tell about the girl in the background. There is no girl. Maybe the escape pod is like, no, you can't enter with Bucky. And I can't let him go. The bucket has been speaking to you all along, but imagine with another voice. I can hear the girl. No. I would not play this game if it would be like that. I actually don't like office complexes, like buildings like this. I hate that. Okay, where's the escape pod? It's just dark, you see? Ah. Thank you so much for the lurk, Billy. Have a nice evening. Oh! A cutscene. I can see my hands. How stupid this is. Over the chins, I mean, the steel. We're only doing this because we're caring about Bucky. Isn't there like you say, if you truly love someone, you're just letting them go? I think we saw everything now, right? I think so. Thank you, Burbles, for watching Stanley Parable. Thank you so much. It was lots of fun to play the Ultra Deluxe version. Not everything. What am I missing? Now restart it. We just restarted, right? You gotta restart, like completely the game? Or begin the game again? Game restart. Quit, okay. Quit to the menu. Or quitting Alt F4 like. Dude, there are so many meanings behind. Just restart the game. Like Steam-wise? I guess it's Steam-wise. I'm gonna do it. Quit to desktop. So it's gonna be a black screen for a second. Shut down. Yeah, thank you. This is very specific. I need this kind of instructions. All right, let's start the game again. Just restart. It's not... You need to give me some instructions. You still can't see anything, right? What time is it? Reinstall Windows. No, thank you. Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all of the game settings to your exact specification, but who hasn't? Temple, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Hope you had a good stream. Did you play some Overwatch too? I assume so. How were your games? Thank you so much for trusting your community. Welcome, everyone. It's just what I do, like a day job. And now the job is over. There's no information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. Don't watch if you want to play Stanley Parable. Keep in mind we are in spoiler territory. Yeah, that's very important to say. I think we saw a lot of stuff. And I just restarted the game again. So a little warning. Thank you for doing this, Knabbers. He's the most experienced one because he already played that game. You played Overwatch 1. Did you completely lost the interest in Overwatch 2? They did the dev blog wrote something about the supports now. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. Oh, you don't have Overwatch 2 access. Oh, okay. Well, you're not missing that much, to be honest. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. What? I'm not alone here. You like being alone, don't you? Actually true. That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. Is he actually not talking to me anymore? I'm gonna miss this boy. Or girl. Bird. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Doodaloo! What the hell is this now? Epilogue? That's new, right? That's definitely new. No. Epilogue, okay. Many, many years later. I remember we were here once where we with a skipping button, right? And they kicked us out. This doesn't feel like Stanley Parable anymore. So what are we focusing here? To the sun? Doesn't matter, I guess. I heard it's insanely cold in the desert during the night. Where's Bucky? In our hearts, Epsy. In our hearts. It's kind of cool. It's actually harder to walk here with the wind. If we had Bucky, then we could rebuild society. Good point, good point. Sounds like the mission to Mars. Wait, are we on Mars? What is going on? I think so much time has passed. With a generator, okay. It's kind of trippy here. I completely lost track of time. No worries, Jan. Have a good night. Sleep well. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the lurk. Always appreciate it. Cookie9's blog. Uncompromising gaming content. Review the Stanley Parable 2. It's September 2027. That's in the future. Like so many, I enjoy my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with that sequel. We're the first game team with originality. The Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An indefinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from... I can't scroll, right? No. I don't think that Cookie would ever write this in the future. I don't think so. What a legend. Oh, the name oh, God! Oh, my God, I just scared myself. Oh, my God, I just jumped here. Oh. Why are you still saying my name, Jim? Dude, this one is not working. This not... But these one... Jim, okay. My heart. Stanley Parable developers. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise. But a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want. Read the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Get on the green. All right. Oh, there's also Jim buttons. That actually scared me.
Jim.
I mean, these buttons are glowing, so these are working. Where am I going, though? Oh, here. There's my figurines. Am I collecting them again? I'm collecting even more. 25 of 6. Thank you for enjoying the new content. What? I missed one? Really? I can't go back now. Am I missing something now? I didn't see. I can't restart, I guess. I mean, I could, but it's okay. Probably no achievement, right? It's fine, yeah. I thought so. The run is ruined. 9 hours run. Is this a trap? Look at the clock, by the way. No 100%. It's okay. I can live with that. Oh? Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developers said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise. What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make this mistake. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. What? It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also really needed a really dumb subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for a game. I can do it. The Stanley Parable 3. Skeleton octopus. Sunshine. Attack on sunshine. Watch 2 wives here. Wow, what a roast. Cookie 9 will make a mean blog post about it though. About Stanley Parable 3. Did you imagine you're Cookie 9? The end is never the... Oh, the end is never... No, I don't want to take this. Oh, what? The end is never the sunshine. The end is never boyfriends. The end is never the space. Oh, I like that. That sounds epic. The Stanley Parable 3. The end is never the space. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1. And then we pick up a new subtitle. That way the Stanley Parable will never end. That's actually genius. Attack on boyfriends. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it. But I want you to have a say as well. Don't do it. I think that's a stupid idea. Sometimes, I understand, sometimes we're not ready to move on. That's fine. If you ever change your mind and want to start inventing new sequels, come talk to me. I'll be right here. Did I mess it up now? I kind of want to do it again. Okay, let's do it this time. I'm ready this time. 5 minutes later. 5 minutes later, Mimi is ready. Speedrunning. This time I'm gonna get the figurines. The end is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. I'm feeling like a time traveler. Am I walking the wrong way? No, I don't think so.
A few moments later.
Thank you so much, dear Dust, for the 100 bits. Thank you. A few moments later. Oh wow, I can't walk over the chairs. Wait, the sky's not moving at all. I kind of want to play Disable now. Actually, I heard it's a really, really good game. I also kind of want to try it out. A nice association. In loving memory. Can I offer one more spoiler? Okay. Yeah. Is there something I should do? Oh, I was thinking why I can't walk. I thought my game was just freezing. Check all the gym buttons. Okay. Then I'll do that. I'm not gonna get scared.
Jim.
Is the button actually gonna say my name now? That would be funny.
Jim. Stanley.
That's creepy.
Jim. Stanley.
That's kind of creepy. He's actually saying Stanley. He said Stanley. There's the last figure and I didn't pick up. Haha. Ta-da! No achievement. Okay, we're back here again. Is it gonna talk that much again? We'll see. Oh, hello. You're back. It's good to see you again. Did reconsider, or actually new text, my idea of inventing new silly subtitles for sequels like the Stanley Parable 3, Nonsense Chemicals. Would you like to start doing that now? Yeah, let's do it. Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. An achievement? You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? It's... Yeah, that was the broken achievement in the museum. It's super creepy with a button. Stanley. Reminds me of that one black and white You're right. You're right, but a lot of episodes were a bit creepy. About mind consciousness and stuff like that. Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. All right there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It cannot only spiral on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the queue. The queue in time. Almost there. It's 40, right? Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Parable. Stanley Parable. There's a car. What? The end is never the space. That was my title.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley
Where's
worked
my
for a company in a
achievement?
big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This
Does
is
he
what
have to
employee
walk to the machine now?
427 did every day of
We're gonna do it now.
of every year. And although others might
Have to go to the hall
considered it
now?
soul-rending,
Where was it
Stanley
again? In
relished
the new
every moment
content
leading
store,
up to
right?
his end, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
The end is never the
He had been at
space.
his desk for nearly
So
an hour
cool.
when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The new content door. Expo hall. All right, let's do it. Enjoy the ride. The broken machine should work now, huh? Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. What a weird way to enter. Oh, it's
You
new
see,
content
Stanley,
written there.
I've been
Okay,
reflecting
all
on
right.
the Stanley Parable and about how
To
roundly
enter
disappointing
an
this
expo.
ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
All right. Oh, no. Where was it again? Jump circle, infinite toe, that button, no screenshots. Oh, free, new and easy achievements. That was not working the last time. Hopefully it's working now. It just works.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
So basically beat the game and then you're getting the achievement. I got
See,
it!
The machine is not working yet since... What? Wait.
What?
What in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement?
Mm-hmm.
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched?
Maybe.
Oh, God. Composure, composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Well, I got it. Task achievement description. Replace this. Funny. All right. Another thing I would like to try out is actually leaving this place and then just quitting.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I also didn't jump until the end. We could also do this
You know
now.
what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Oh god, that scared me. What if I'm just gonna jump more? Oh, I can't. I can't jump anymore. That was the only place I could just jump and I just took it away as well. I'm so smart. I'm such a smarty. Da, da, da. Ba, da, da, da. Na, 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 na. Na, na, na. There's actually a glitch where you can restart the game in the jump circle. Continue to jump.
Calling it
Really?
the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much
Funny.
catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
That's how you get
Ultra Deluxe.
to a
What does
Dark
it
Souls
even
Easter egg.
mean? But the Stanley
Really?
Parable 2. Now
Funny.
that's an artistic statement.
A
right
Dark
there.
Souls Easter
It's
egg.
future-oriented. It screams
Well, guys, you have to
progress
watch it
and-
on
all right,
YouTube then.
Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Mm-hmm. Then it's not a glitch, is
So,
it?
Stanley,
No, if
what
it's
do you
planned,
think?
probably
Do you
not.
like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Glad to see you enjoyed
Are
the
you
game.
ready?
Yeah, it was really
Here it
nice.
is.
It was so
I
nice
give
to come
you
back again after
the
years,
Stanley
so many years.
Parable 2.
I forgot so many things. Oh, there's the jump circle again.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Looks like a kind of a platformer.
Yes, this is...
Did I say this
much
yesterday
better. I
already?
feel
No,
good
right?
about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Glad you enjoyed it, Doug.
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
All right. But it's still the Stanley Parable 2 here. Let me quit to the desktop. And let me start the game again. Black screen, I know. Okay, the Stanley Parable. Saturday night. Forbidden. Avoid the pantry. Swimming pool. I like how they're just getting ridiculous here with the titles. I really love that. The Forbidden Train Station. Unforgivable thank you. That sounds insanely stupid. Unforgivable ice cream. So I'm actually choosing. Let me do this again. I wonder if this is gonna keep going like this. Maybe we're gonna get other titles. Stapler. Stanley Parable 5. No more Home Planet. Nice. No more didgeridoo. The last ever Home Planet. I mean, that makes even sense. Offline stapler. Pocket full of stapler. Pocket full of didgeridoo. Grilled poison. Fist full of doomfist. That would be funny. The last ever stapler. This is such a great idea. This is such a great idea, actually. They're just making fun of themselves, and this is just the best way you can do it, to be honest. It just yeah, you're criticizing yourself, but you're also making fun of all the critics who are not understanding the meaning of this edition. Actually, fistful of didgeridoo. Would you take that? I'm gonna take it now. So funny. I like the font actually. The A is looking like a rocket. Hi Jared. Critics like Cookie 9. But Cookie 9 is having a blog in the future. Which year was it again? 2027, right? I think it was 2027. It's in a couple of years. Burbles. That was really, really nice to play this game again. I was a bit scared to play this one while streaming, but it went well. Thank you for being patient with me and not spoiling me, asking me actually if I already did this and like giving me hints, maybe you should go there. But you always ask me first. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I really do. It's also cool that you can always go to the epilogue. I think there is another setting where you have to put everything like, I don't know, it's something with the sliders, but I will do this off stream. So thank you for joining and watching and playing with me the Stanley Parable. What's it called again? The Deluxe edition or something, right? No, Ultra Deluxe. Ultra. That's kind of cool, huh? Thank you, Burbles.